What's up, and welcome to episode 4 of the Q podcast with very special guest, Roadtrip Dave himself. Welcome to the Q.
What up, Miguel? Good
What?
to be here in the queue.
I'm super excited to have you here. But before we get to know you a little bit more, I got to tell you the premise of the show. It's as if we are in a hypothetical queue line waiting to ride your favorite attraction. And while we wait, we're having a conversation.
Sounds good.
All right. With that being said, what is your favorite ride?
Okay, so basically we're saying it depends on
I
what
love
park
that nobody knows exactly.
we
Nobody
got to-
knows.
No, nobody can just say it right off the bat.
No.
Which park are we in?
What? Okay. What? Whatever comes to the top of your head, you must have a number one, like a number one of number ones.
Okay, so we're at Walt Disney World.
Okay. I'm fine. I love
so
it. I miss it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me about it, man.
Okay.
Tell me about it. We're at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, I see. Hopefully you're leaning in the right direction.
When we were walking to this ride, we were going down Hollywood Boulevard and we turned right on Sunset.
Okay.
And then at the end we turned left. Which ride is that?
Are we riding Tower of Terror?
That's the right. It's to the left.
No, I'm sorry.
Rock and Roller Coaster.
Is that to the?
That's to the left. Yeah. You're. I think you're thinking that the entrance is kind of to the left, but it may. But
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, when you're going out Sunset, you're going right. Yeah.
Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair.
That's all right, man. That's all right. We got 75 minutes. We got 75 minutes to sit in the line while we and talk about that.
Boo! I'm gonna have to edit that whole thing. No. Okay, that's fair. I love that coaster though. Rock and Roller Coaster. It's great. I have a crazy somewhere around here, a crazy photo of my wife and I riding it. So that's fine. That's fine. So with that being said,
yeah, I was just gonna say that was my favorite. That became, when they first opened up, that became my favorite number one Walt Disney World ride. Hands down, to this day. Yeah, it's just, I love how fast it goes. I love that it's got Aerosmith jamming. I love that it takes, it's one of the only rides in Disney World that puts you upside down.
If I'm not well, actually no, yeah, you're right. I think there's two.
Is there two now?
Well, at Disney period.
Oh no, we're talking Walt Disney World.
Okay, I'm just making,
yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Then yes, it is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dave, we're riding Rock and Roller Coaster today. Then.
No, I'm looking at, dude. I always look forward to this because usually when I go in there, it's always the same. It's the same storyline, right?
Yeah.
But what I love about that ride is it sets it up where you're going into a record studio.
Yeah.
Now, of course, when people are thinking, well, how could that be thrilling, right? It's such a great way that they integrate the story.
They really do. Yeah.
Of how you go into the recording studio, you're hearing other bands recording. Like I
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're sitting in the queue, there's like a couple of doors, and it sounds like live music. It sounds like somebody's playing some live drums and jamming.
I have never paid attention that far into
I'm telling you, dude. It's like that queue is incredible. It's great.
Next
great
time, my next trip may be November. I was hoping that they did not cut off Mickey's Very Merry Christmas. They did.
Yes, they did.
They're still going. Hopefully. They're still gonna have some projections. They're still gonna have the theming. But as far as Hollywood Studios, I hope they still have the Tower of Terror still with the
I hope so.
I hope.
Yeah, so. Yeah. That Christmas
projection
show
map,
that they have on there. Well, I mean, it's now you're gonna get me on a rant.
We have a long queue line right here. We have a long wait. If you want to talk about this for the whole queue. We have time.
Oh man, well, it's like it kind of like rubs it in. It's like rubbing salt into the wounds, right?
Okay.
Because like in Hollywood Studios, we had the Osborne family Christmas lights that was
so
taken
beautiful
away from us.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Okay. Yeah.
Such an amazing holiday event.
Right? Correct.
I mean, it's almost like you're ringing in Christmas and New Year's. I felt like if we didn't do it, we weren't doing it right. You
Oh,
know,
okay, understandable.
you know, and so they took that away. So I hope they don't take the projection show away. I mean that would be harsh.
It would be, but at this point, and also 2020, you never know. But let's be optimistic because
2020, the year of disappointing expectations.
it's so sad. But man, and speaking of sad, you're a Carowinds man.
So here we go. Another rant
I'm
coming on right
sorry
now.
because I fell in love with Carowinds last year. I went for
Yep.
opening day. That was also opening day of Copperhead Strike.
Oh yeah.
And super beautiful park. And what I love, me being in Georgia, it's not that far from me, so
No.
it's awesome. And I was super expecting them to open up this year. They kept super quiet and silent, and they did not open.
Oh man, I tell you what, it actually hurt more
Yeah,
because I was thinking they'll open in the fall, right?
yeah,
They'll at least open up for Scarowinds,
yes,
or it's like at the very least
yeah,
they'll still have Winterfest.
yeah,
And when they basically said, "Yeah, we're done for the
yeah,
year,"
yeah,
totally,
yeah,
it was literally like, "Thanks for subverting my expectations."
yeah. Now, do you feel like they should have kind of kept us updated a little? I mean, of course, nobody knows anything. Every park was week by week, day by day. They
Well,
didn't know.
this is the funny thing about Carowinds
Yeah,
that I just still don't understand to this day is that Cedar Fair.
right.
Cedar Fair runs the park there.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so you think about the whole beer virus situation, as I like
Yeah.
to say.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So you don't get censored, and
Exactly. That's why I'll be like pandemic or the quarantine
right.
or yeah. I don't say it. Yes. Yes.
So, but when that came about, right? When in Ohio,
Hmm.
Ohio had as bad amount of cases or worse than North Carolina,
Exactly.
and man, it's like, so, I mean, part of the park is in South Carolina. South
Correct.
Carolina was already opening up,
Right.
and and you kept going. Okay, North Carolina, let's get this done here. Let's get it done. Georgia, you guys got it done with Six Flags.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You
true.
guys got it done in Florida.
Hmm.
That you got Universal and Disney that are open
Yes.
despite all the closings, but and they sat there, and I just don't know if Cedar
And
Fair
you can
could.
throw in, Tennessee too. Yeah.
Tennessee, oh
Yeah.
gosh, I mean,
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, they
exactly.
went full. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they went full bore. I mean,
Hmm.
Dollywood, Pigeon Forge, all that.
Yep.
And so the fact that I don't know if it's Cedar Fair just didn't lobby hard enough with the governor
Right.
or in his office or what. But this is the interesting thing. Now
You're right.
I'm going to give you a little I'm going to confess a little bad thing. Well,
Okay.
not a bad thing I
Okay.
did, but
For
something.
those watching and listening, here we go. Okay. All right.
They don't call me the bad boy on YouTube for nothing.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. But I actually during this whole beer virus thing, I drove into, we were like checking out the new hotel there at Carowinds. I was like,
Correct.
I wonder if I can drive further in.
Uh-huh.
I drove in, and I drove right by the main gate area,
Okay.
and
Which is very
so.
picturesque. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, what was funny was all of a sudden I see this security guard riding a bicycle after us after about 5 minutes of hanging around. But they were preparing. It looked like they were preparing to open. They had tents that they were
Yeah.
setting up for
What
temperature.
month was this?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
I would say June or July.
Okay, because the reason I asked, because around July, aiming toward mid to late July, they were really rallying and pushing to
Yep.
open. There was through the grapevine, I just heard people saying that it was going to happen, and it
Yeah.
just got cut off.
They had the equipment set up.
Yep.
I remember even seeing where there's one section of Carowinds, for any of you who have been there.
Right.
If you're looking at the main gate directly, at the north
Mhm.
main gate, when you go to the right, that's where a lot of the bus terminal or the bus areas kind of drop off a lot of passengers.
Right. 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 Right.
And then there's just a parking lot, people. Well, so that bus ramp area
Mhm.
had hundreds of barriers, banisters,
Right, right.
basically to funnel in people to get,
Oh, okay.
as they were getting in for temperature checks. So I'm sitting there
Yeah.
going, okay, it's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
going to happen. And then in August, I mean, they dropped the boom, and
Right,
and
right.
that was, I
They
mean,
probably
yeah.
tried their last push and it just fell through because of the local government was just like, no, no.
I don't know if it was local. I don't know if it was Mecklenburg County in Charlotte or not, because I
Okay.
mean, yeah, it sounded like it was more of a state thing. Now,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So well, this is what's funny here is that ironically,
Mhm.
3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
we or 3 or 4 weeks ago, we were at this Charlotte Premium Outlets area.
Okay, okay.
Okay, just to get some back to school stuff for the
Right.
kids.
And by the way, Charlotte is one of my favorite cities in this country.
Hey man, it's the
I'm
Queen
just
City.
it's amazing to me, especially like uptown Charlotte. It's always where I go.
It's beautiful.
I'll stay near where the Panthers play.
Oh yeah,
And it's just so beautiful because you guys will have winters where it'll snow and it gets cold.
yeah,
And
it
then it
does.
gets hot in the summer, and then again you have Carowinds there.
Yeah,
We were thinking if we were gonna move, it's Orlando or it's Charlotte.
really.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah,
So basically you would go from like extreme summer and then light summer and
yeah,
spring,
yeah.
or because here's the thing about Charlotte, dude. I love living in the Charlotte area. The
Hmm.
one thing I wish we had is milder winters, but that's just because I'm a Charleston boy. So
Okay,
it's
fair,
yeah.
fair. And that brings me to something, Dave. Why are you so energetic? That's the first question of this
That's the
whole
first
thing.
question of this whole
This is
thing.
the first question that I have for you. Why are you
Uh
so ridiculously energetic?
This is full of Red Bull. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Seriously, like I during the evening, like I don't want to like I want to be able to go to sleep, so I always do it with water.
Right.
I've always been energetic. I've always just had like just a lot of energy to focus on like like my athletics
Yeah.
or my schoolwork or my work. But I mean, first of all, I'm an extrovert. I love being around people.
Right.
I love being able to talk to different people. And if I could find a way to help them,
Yeah.
encourage them, or I love that. I mean, I absolutely love that. So that's this whole beer virus thing,
Mhm.
being away from people.
Yeah.
Dude, I was in a bad place in between about April to
Same here.
June.
Yeah.
April to June, when we really couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I was not in a I was in a bad state of mind. Let's
I
put it
hear
that way.
you. No, I
Yeah,
understand. I
but
understand.
but
And
but
you,
but
me, and a lot of others, to be honest.
yeah.
We're not alone in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I continuously I try to exercise.
Yes.
I run, I lift weights, I
Mhm.
swim. When I have a chance, I might water ski or stuff
Okay.
like that. I mean,
Nice.
I don't have a boat or anything like that. It's
You're
just
right.
like
Right. Of
if I'm
course.
lucky enough to have a friend who drag me
Yes.
on. But I mean, on when I'm doing all that, it just that's my energy level is always, I'm always pumped up and I'm always ready to meet new people, and when I see familiar faces, right, like
Yes.
you, or I
Yeah.
see my partner channels. I
Right.
mean, I was like, I'm seeing my friends, I'm like, yeah, I'm with my
Yeah,
buds,
right. And I love that you're always rooting for them, whether it be on social media. You really go in and just like push their a live stream or a video of theirs. Like you really dedicate so much time. No matter how it does, one like, two likes, 100 likes, you'll just keep on going. And I love that so
Thanks,
much
man.
about you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Like
well,
you're the
I'll,
friend that everybody needs, wants, and should have.
thanks,
So
man.
yes.
Oh man, you make me blush.
I apologize.
Here's the thing. Like if I have a partner channel, right?
Right. Mhm.
You are my partner, right? You are my
Right.
partner. We're here to grow together, right? We're
Correct.
here to
Correct.
boost our boost each other, to encourage each other, to be a. And if I can't be there, right? If I
Mhm.
can't be there, shoot, I'll just retweet it, even though it's like 5 days later. I'll be like,
People
hey,
can
I'm
watch.
watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm watching the replay for now. It's like, hey, if you've missed it, go see it.
Right,
I think that's what, like, if any YouTuber out there, if
right.
they're figuring out, okay, what do we do as partner channels? The basic thing to do, and the good thing to do is just support each other. That's really all it
Exactly.
is. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. No, that's perfectly said. Yeah.
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 Thanks,
Okay.
man.
No
Yeah.
problem.
That,
I appreciate, even I'll see it on Twitter, which I don't use my Twitter much, but I'll pop in and I'm like, Road Trip Dave is reposting something. Resort TV One has a stream tonight. There we go. We know they'll post, and then Dave's right behind with the retweet or the quote tweet. So
that's the thing. When it's, I'm gonna be completely honest.
yes,
It
please
it
be.
it can be tiring. It
Oh,
can be it can be
even promoting my own videos is
yeah.
exhausting. It takes people don't know this. It takes so I will post, I wait. I don't look at anything. And I mentioned this, I believe, in a previous podcast episode. I run away. I let it do its thing for a little bit. And then around 45 minutes to an hour after I post, then I will promote it. It takes 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the wording and how I want to do it, from Facebook to Twitter to everything else.
To
And
Instagram
then
and all that.
all
Yeah.
that.
Because like Instagram requires, like, well, not, it
Oh
doesn't
my
require
goodness.
it, but it's like with all those hashtags, right? You're trying to
Yes.
figure out like all the hashtags you want to
But
put
it's
in.
so important.
It is.
It
It is.
is.
I tell people
Yes.
tags are what get you
Yes.
seen. I
Because
mean,
the tags are going to help you be found by people who don't follow you. So
right.
that's how you grow.
Right.
Yep. Mhm.
And this is the thing about Instagram. Like
Yes.
I finally figured it out. And
Ooh.
because yeah, this is what was weird.
Yeah.
Just in the past 2 months, I was like posting just different photographs,
Right.
or different videos, and all of a sudden and just little clips, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Yes.
all of a sudden, when you start doing that more and you start hashtagging all these different things, there are people who follow those hashtags.
Yes. I did not know that till the quarantine time that I
Yeah.
can follow a hashtag, and people do, and then it'll tell you the numbers of how many people are following, and it's like,
And
this
that's
is
huge.
insane.
That
Yeah.
is that and that's the biggest part about that, is that all of a sudden I literally upped my followers on Instagram like by 100,
Yeah.
over the course of a month, and I'm going, okay, I didn't even intend to do that, but now I know.
Sometimes stumbling upon success is an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you paid attention, like you just mentioned and told everybody out there watching, listening, that you stumbled upon success in that realm of Instagram, and then you remembered it. So you took
Yep.
note. It's not like, oh, how did I do that again? Oh, that was an accident. Yeah, it might have been an accident, but you took note and you now have learned something from it.
Right,
So
right.
beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, tags too are important on your YouTube video.
Oh yes. Oh, that's a whole nother long spiel that we could go into, which, by the way, takes me a whole lot of research, which people don't know. It takes time. I have a whole method. I have a lot of stuff that it takes a lot.
I know exactly what you mean on that. And here's the other thing I would say to YouTubers.
Right.
If you're going to try to do a video on, I'm just going to say Haunted Mansion ride. Okay. Right. This is the reality of it, guys.
Yes.
There are hundreds of videos.
You have to be specific.
You have to be very specific.
Have to find like a little niche of that. Yes. Yes.
Yep. That's it. Great Wolf Lodge didn't have a lot of tour videos.
Okay.
And so when I did it, all of a sudden, like it just took off, and I'm going, what the heck? I thought Disney was the hot market, and it still can be.
Yes, absolutely. If you can find your way in that, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So, but it's like all of a sudden, it like that became my most popular video. And what's funny,
27,000 views.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of going, that was just dumb luck. but the next one That's good. The Hershey Lodge one
Right.
just went up 10K.
Yes.
And that one's I would say that one has shot up the fastest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that freaked me out.
Oh, I'm wondering because of everything reopening, and people want to research and stuff. Oh, that
Research the hotel and
the
all that.
hotel for their stay.
All of a sudden,
Exactly. Wow.
and so for like YouTubers, I would tell them, if you can't, if you're wondering how to get, don't worry about trying to make your big video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do the things that need to be done, right?
Yes.
You're
right.
to make it searchable, right?
Yeah.
And then just get the niche.
It all makes sense. Don't just run and put out videos.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Yeah.
That's all. Without shining too much light.
Yeah.
Secrets.
I was you want to. It's like I realized maybe I'm revealing too much now.
No, you don't want to reveal too much. No. But you want to help enough. Unless, like, I feel like what you're saying and how you've helped people, you might want to add that to your repertoire of having
YouTube help.
Yeah, YouTube help. Those are big. If people,
those are big.
Those are big.
But I feel like a lot of that market's kind of put in. But yeah, but
your energy, you could do it. You could sell it. You could sell it.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I don't know, like see, I'll say this. I enjoy doing stuff like Great Wolf Lodge because when we went, it was really our first time that we went there as a family.
Okay.
And so
how many times have you been there like prior? Like that?
Let's see here. I'd say we've been a total now. We've stayed there a total of 3 times.
I've seen commercials and it made me want to go. And then your video, you really display it very well, and also that water park. For what it is so amazing. But
it's amazing. Yeah. Having the indoor water park like that, it blew my mind.
Yes. Guys, check out this video. It'll be in the iCard right there. You'll be able to see it. And also for those listening on SoundCloud, audio wise, just pop over to YouTube, Roadtrip Dave. Have a look-see. All his links will be in the description down below as well. But yes, they can check it out because it's worth the view. It really is. Yeah.
And what's even funnier is that I did a live stream there when I stayed there.
Right.
And the live stream, I didn't even put a thumbnail. I didn't even make up a thumbnail. I just put up a little cheesy smile shot right there on camera.
Right.
And to this day, I'm still getting views on the live stream.
How many views does that live stream have now?
It's like over 1,000, I think. And like, it's never, and it's like, I know it's like, 1,000 views. It's not much for a live stream.
Yes.
For a channel as small as mine, that's pretty big.
That's
pretty. I mean, when I looked at that, like I think what blows me away about it is that it's still growing. Like most of my live streams kind of stay put after a while, right? Because they're kind of topical and
exactly. They're there for the now and not, okay,
right. But people are still flipping watching them. And I'm going, what? So I mean, I probably should have done more on making that live stream more presentable. But I mean, but I mean, man, we enjoy.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
I know, right? I probably shouldn't touch it.
Yeah, leave it be. But no, that it's somewhere I want to visit. It's somewhere I really do want to visit in the near future, though. Because like I said, it's all commercials. It looks super appealing to me, and then
it's super appealing for families. I mean, and like with you having your your little guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's actually a little like a complete child area.
Oh wow.
For toddlers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if you basically, when you enter the water park, it's right to the right. It's enclosed, so you can literally like lock the gate and just stand in there. You don't have to worry about them running off and diving into the wave pool or anything like that.
Yeah, you don't want that. No.
No, you don't want that. But I mean, it's a safe environment for families.
Okay, good.
And it's just I felt like when we were there, my kids enjoyed it because you could tell that it immerses them, right?
Right.
It makes them feel safe, and
Mm.
when they're doing the slides, when they're getting in the water park,
Right.
they can kind of just be free. It's they're not like
That's
having to
good.
like they're not having to put life jackets on. Well, I take that back. If they're my youngest had to put a life jacket on.
Depending on
Oh,
size and age and stuff. Yeah.
right,
Mhm.
right, right. So I mean, they have that, but they didn't feel like they were restricted,
Right.
right? With being
Correct.
able to, they didn't feel like they were being shafted if they weren't tall enough to go on a ride or something, on a slide
Correct.
or something like that.
Okay, that's fair. Do you know if they're open during this time?
Okay, I know we talked about this offline, but again, or even with Carowinds,
Yes.
this is kind of on board with the same garbage
Yeah.
that going on in North Carolina.
Right.
They're supposedly supposed to be open at the end of this month.
But you don't think it's gonna happen.
They're actually taking reservations.
So was Disney at a
So
certain point.
I know,
You know?
right? I know, I
Right.
know. And it's so. I mean, take that for what it's worth. But I do believe. Actually, one of my roadies on my live stream actually
Mhm.
said, yeah, they're supposed to be doing it like September. See, when is next Saturday? No, that's 21st. I think it's the what's 14 days from now? The 26th. I think it
Right.
should be. I think it's going to be open on that weekend. Yeah,
But
yeah,
speaking of change, Dave,
yes.
have you been to Disney at all lately? Well, I want to speak Disney for a little bit. Let's speak Disney. Since you're a big Disney
Well,
head enthusiast like myself, when is your next trip? And when was the last time you've been?
oh man. Okay, so the well, so this is what happened.
Yes, I'm
We
ready.
had we we had a
I've
trip
I've
scheduled.
heard this, but I'm acting like I don't know. But yes,
So for any of you guys out there who do not know,
yes,
we had a trip scheduled for the end of May, beginning of June. Okay, and this is during the whole beer virus stuff. It got canned.
right.
Now we were supposed to have the reservation moved
Mm.
over, right?
Hmm.
So we booked it out to end of July, beginning of August,
Right.
and then that got canned
Yeah.
because especially with the hotels that we were going to, we were actually trying to get Yacht Club because
Oh, nice.
the price was nice. We never got an upgrade. We
Hmm.
never got a recommendation. Now supposedly other people were doing that.
Correct.
They were getting like an upgrade, and they were getting something
I think it was
for
selective.
end of the year.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
selective. I was just like, I guess I'm not one of those people they want to select.
Right. Don't think of it like that. Yes.
They probably caught one of my rants about parking fees,
Right.
but
Which are crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 So then I was like, well, that killed it. Well, there was a conference that I just literally got back
Just
from.
yes.
Like, not kidding. This is being recorded Saturday, September 12th. I drove back from Orlando. Drove along with two other people riding with me.
Yes.
I drove 9 hours
Right.
on Friday, September
Yeah.
11th.
Yeah.
Okay, so that whole week I got to go to the Experience Worship Conference,
Right.
and so anybody Google that if you're interested in that. Experience Worship Conference 2020.
Yes.
It was the first conference in Orlando.
Yeah.
And then it was the only conference
Correct.
being held in Orlando during this time. Um,
So
and we
guys, really quick, real quick. So he found a way to grow on Instagram by just stumbling upon good luck. He's figured out a method of success on YouTube, and then now he was a part of the first conference of this weird 2020 reopening. Please
yes,
proceed.
no, absolutely.
Yes.
I am going to be I am going to be posting stuff on my social media. I actually took a social media break. I literally did not
Yeah.
post anything for the past 4 days while I was there.
I did that in July.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Took that break.
So we stayed at the Gaylord Palms Resort.
So amazing.
Oh, and it's a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful resort. I got to go to Disney Springs. I finally got
It's
to
Disney
get
property.
at
Yeah.
least I got
Yeah.
on property, you know.
Right.
I didn't have the money for a theme park ticket. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, I didn't even have any time. I mean,
Yeah. Of course.
they stacked our time there. But
Did you
we
eat
got a chance
anywhere
to
on property at Disney Springs?
I actually did not, and
Hmm.
the only reason why was it was literally like we had our band member. I'm on a praise band at
Right.
church,
Mhm.
and our praise band leader he was taking us out, and so basically, if we ate with him, we get a deal. So we we ate around Kissimmee, a
Okay.
couple places around Kissimmee,
Okay.
and
Nice.
yeah, and a couple places around Lake Buena Vista, just
Okay.
outside. Yeah,
Okay. Was it
Th-
nice though to be back on property?
it was surreal.
Yeah,
It was
I bet.
surreal. I hadn't been to Disney in over 2 years. Our
I did
last,
not know that.
yeah, 2018 was our last trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know you got a lot of videos up from there.
Yes, I did. I
Yes.
did. I
I've
had
done
the
my research.
hell. You really have done it, man.
I
Holy
have
cow.
to. I have
Dude,
to. I'm not
I
gonna go in here blind
I am
and
not
not
worthy.
knowing my You are. That's why you were in the queue with me. If not, I
Oh
would
man.
leave the queue and go ride Tower of Terror because Tower of Terror because I thought it was this way. And
Oh
I ended
man.
up getting in the wrong queue line with you at Rock and Roller Coaster. And here we are.
Here we
No.
are. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
In 2018, yeah, like I filmed the Toy Story Land. That was our first time riding
Yeah.
that. Galaxy's Edge hadn't been finished yet.
Right.
Got to experience Epcot in
Wait, so you
its
haven't been to Galaxy's Edge yet?
no.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Galaxy's Edge opened in 2019,
Yep. End
and
of August.
I
Mhm.
haven't been. Now I did get to see the Disney Skyliners in operation.
Right.
That was cool to see.
Right.
That's my first time actually seeing those
Mhm.
live. I didn't write it. Just we were just void of
Of
time.
course. Of course.
But we got the World of Disney.
Oh, very
We got in
nice.
the World of Disney
Was it a
store.
long reservation to get in? Because you remember, like, well, if you, oh no, you just went. Never mind. It's kind of calmed down a bit.
It
But you
has.
remember before? I'm sure you've seen live streams or videos when it first reopened.
Oh yeah, they're getting reservations to get inside the
It was
store.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Now I'll say this: the store in
Mhm.
itself was a little different too because
Yeah, it's a different kind of
it's a
remodel, and also how
yeah,
the operations. Yeah.
yeah, it's like the operations are different. It's a different field. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
the like now I was, of course, I had my face mask on. So,
Right.
but what I did was I was just like, okay, I got to see if it still has that Disney World store smell.
Yes.
So
And
like I'm
does
pulling
it?
my mask down. I'm like, yeah, yep, it still got the
It
smell.
does.
So
Okay.
I was like, as long as it still has a smell, I was
It
like,
makes sense. It's just like if you were to ride Pirates of the Caribbean during this time, you might want to pull it down just to get that pirates aroma.
yes.
If you,
I gotta tell you this. The
yes.
Gaylord Palms Resort. The Gaylord Palms Resort. Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful resort. This huge atrium area with lots of waterfalls. And dude, they have baby gators that hang out
I have
in
seen
the
video.
fountain
Yeah,
areas.
yeah, yeah. It's somewhere I
They even
told you
feed them.
I want to visit there. I really
Yes. Oh,
want to go.
you've got to go.
And I probably
Yeah.
will. Like I mentioned, if I do go to Disney for the whole Christmas time, uh not necessarily since they're not doing a party, but the
Yep.
atmosphere. Um, if they're doing, I'm not sure if they canceled it because they usually have the whole ice type of thing at the Gaylord Palms, right? Like, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken,
I don't know if they've
I
canceled it.
don't.
Now
I think
they
they
were setting
have.
up.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
might. I don't know if they have or not. The only reason why I say that is because
Okay.
when I was there, the day that I was leaving, they were getting the hotel set up for like Halloween stuff.
Okay. Then it
Like
might still happen. Okay.
they might still have that. Yeah. So it's like if they're still doing the
Okay.
Halloween
That
stuff, they might do
then
that.
exactly.
Dude, the place smells like Pirates of the Caribbean with the Polynesian resort.
That's there's candles out there
It.
for that, and people
Oh
know
my
that you can get
word!
it. It's worth it. If
It
people don't
was
know,
heaven. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
heaven. I was sitting there walking around going, this is my home.
Yes.
I'm sitting there going, it smells like pirates, but
No,
it's
with a
like, and
hint
it's
of
like it smells like
Polynesian.
Polynesian. Yes,
Yes. Yes.
it was phenomenal, just beautiful hotel, and wonderfully themed. They have like
Yeah.
like 3 different themed areas. My room was in the St. Augustine area
Right, and they
on
have,
the
like, a Key West, I think,
Key
area.
West, yeah, Key
Yeah.
West area
Mhm.
on one side, and then they have a Everglades area
Yes, that's it.
on the far on
All
the other
equally
side.
beautiful. Yes.
Yes, all equally beautiful. They smell wonderful. Okay, I happened to get the 8th floor with my
Ooh,
roommate.
very nice.
I had a spectacular view, and it was so relaxing too because you could go out on your balcony, and
Right.
you could just literally just kick back. And I was just sitting there, just taking, like, you can hear the waterfalls, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, if I didn't have a roommate, if I just had the room to myself,
Yeah.
I'd have just like kept the door open
Yes.
and just had the waterfall sound just like lull me to sleep. It was just,
Peaceful.
oh man, I mean that was truly it was a relaxing time there.
Right.
Just a great. I'm gonna now I'm actually gonna put together. I've got a Disney Springs nighttime walkthrough video
Yes.
that I'm working on, or I will be working on,
Yes.
and then I'm also going to be doing a video on it's going to be a full tour,
Yes.
room and hotel tour of
And if
Gaylord
you guys
Palms.
don't know, as we've already talked about, his tours and walkthroughs are pretty much second to none. They're really good.
Thanks,
They're
man.
really good. I'm just saying. So make sure you guys check that out. And this isn't just a shameless plug. It's not even shameless or a plug in general. It's just
I
real.
appreciate that, man.
It's yes. I'm just
Yeah,
being honest. I have to
thank you,
be.
man.
Yes.
That yeah,
But
and I was like, I'm like, I'm like blushing because of
yeah.
the accolades. So I appreciate that, man.
No worries, no worries. But again, you got to go to the Disney property with the amazing off Disney property hotel, but amazing hotel nonetheless. One of the best period out there. So you had a good
Yep.
time for the short stint, and I'm glad that you got to experience it. But
Yeah, it was good.
I have to ask, Carowinds or Disney World?
Wow, you went there?
I went there. So when I was thinking of this question, I was like, should I go there? And then most people will be like, no, Disney. Now, again, if you've ever have you been to Dollywood?
I have not been to Dollywood,
Okay.
but I keep basically my wife and I we've been talking about, we are gonna have to go
You have
because
to.
yeah,
It's Disney meets as
Carowinds.
far Carowinds. So what I mean by this for everybody, if you guys seen my vlog from reopening day, I kind of shed light on that around the end. It has amazing, spectacular theming. So when you think of definitely Disney or even a Universal theming, but it also has rides and coasters that are
Yeah,
impressive. So it's the best of every world for me.
yeah,
It's my favorite theme park.
really.
It's now my favorite
That
theme
is your
park.
favorite.
Now, yep.
I'll say this. I'll say this. In terms of value, Carowinds wins hands down. I,
Please elaborate.
I mean, well, you know how it is, man.
Yes, I do.
When you go to Dollywood, right, the prices are reasonable. That
Yes.
they're not gouging you, and you
No,
feel like you feel like you're getting the full experience, right, of
you do.
everything
Yes.
there.
Right.
And see, at Carowinds, with us being locals, it's our local park.
Right.
We get a season pass, and a season pass, and then I do get a veterans rate,
Okay.
which is really nice. It's
Right.
I mean, now I get, oh, you know what, all right, mini rant here. Disney, honor your veterans. I mean, hey, I know we only served for like 5 or 10 years, but I'm just
Still,
saying, we still serve
I
too.
didn't know Disney doesn't do anything.
Disney will only give the veteran rate to active duty or retired. So
Wow.
in other words, you either got to be serving currently, or you got to be a careerist who
Yeah.
retired.
Yeah.
And I just think that kind of shafts a lot of people
That's
who served prior
interesting.
to. Yeah, but see, Carowinds doesn't make that
Right.
distinction, right? So you're automatically, you feel more valued, right?
Hmm.
So that they do that. So we already automatically get a good rate. Then we get a dining plan, right? That gives us two
I love.
meals
Yeah. Yeah.
two
Yes.
meals every day. They're
Right.
open, and lately, Carowinds chef has Boy, he's stepping it
That's
up.
I went real quick in the pause in your story. I went and I had like a day ticket. Got a which I was going to get a season pass this go around. I was gonna get the platinum one so I could travel and go to all the other Cedar Fair parks. I believe it's platinum. I think so. Yeah. But anyways, so I just had a day ticket for that time, and then I also paid for like a meal plan where I could eat every, I think it was like hour and a half, which is pretty solid. I'm there for one day. I can just keep eating all day. I can go from opening and be there. I'm not even hungry, and I'm just gonna keep eating. Then you guys have a Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Chick-fil-A in your theme park. What is wrong with you? Except everything that's good with being wrong. That's amazing. So I'm just like
that's so quotable right there. It was so wrong, but it's so good. I mean, that's awesome.
But you're limited to certain items and whatnot. But still,
you are.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing like having a Chick-fil-A sandwich while you're waiting in line for the Copperhead Strike, man. I mean,
I'm just saying. So yeah, it was just an amazing time, amazing experience. I had to learn that was my first ever theme park vlog. If you look on my channel, that's my first ever theme park vlog was Carowinds, and it's not bad, but I don't like it. It's my first one because I didn't have any energy. I tried. You're nervous and shy.
Oh yeah,
and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, it's like your first video, yeah.
And I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I wanted to be behind. I modeled my videos, and I've spoken this, and then the Passholder family community, just like how you guys have, or you have your roadies, Dave's roadies. I have, the Passholder family. That's what we are.
Awesome.
Yes. Which I do want to ask the whole roadies thing. When did that start? But we'll get to that. In a second.
That's a good question.
But they know this that things are different, and I started my vlogs as if I were doing walkthrough tours of theme parks. Like, okay, this is this ride, and show how it would go, and I want to actually vlog.
You know what? I think I remember you doing that. I can't remember which park video it was. I do remember you doing that.
Yeah.
That
so
the first video I saw from you.
Yeah. Interesting. I'd love to know more.
I know. I'm like, I gotta remember which one it was. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while.
But it was that one. I think I did it at the opening of Sesame Street Land or whatever at SeaWorld. I did it at because all these were a week apart.
It might have been. You know what? It might have been SeaWorld.
It was probably SeaWorld. It could have been Legoland, Florida, or it was Carowinds. Because after that, I changed. Because I was trying to be like the YouTube channel In the Loop. Not trying to be, but I really liked his videos, how he would just tour and just show off the theme parks from front to back.
Right.
And it was simple. I loved it. And I started doing that. And then now I'm like, I'm all in the camera, high energy, super enthused. Yeah, I love it now. I love the change. But again, at the beginning, that's how it was. So yes, a little note. That was my first ever theme park vlog.
Awesome.
Carowinds. And it did surprise it. I think it's at 600, 700 views, but at the start, my first vlog, that's like me hitting 10,000.
Yeah.
But yes.
Oh yeah, when you hit over that 100 hump, man, that's like something else.
Oh, people don't know. Yeah. I used to pray to get 10 views. I wanted the double digit. People
awesome.
People don't know the struggle. I mentioned this. I'd make a video and then I'd hope 2 weeks later, a month later, oh, it got to 10 views. Like I just kept going.
Yeah.
Because nine hurts. 9 hurts. I need the double digits.
It does. So. You got to have the double digits. No, I remember that with my first video. Well, let me ask you this though. When you were in Carowinds,
yes.
So did you get a chance to eat Chick-fil-A while you were there?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. This is what I don't understand.
Yes.
Okay. Being Atlanta.
Yes.
The home of Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that Six Flags does not have a Chick-fil-A?
Six Flags does not have a Chick-fil-A at all.
How is that possible?
The only thing that they had
freaking Atlanta.
The only thing they have a Johnny Rockets in there, so chain, And then
Okay,
it's
yeah.
just not as good as outside Johnny Rockets either
Yeah,
for
that's
some
true.
reason. Just saying, love you, Six Flags Over Georgia. And then we had a Panda Express. Yes,
Yep.
thank you.
Yep.
And then that left. So those were the two like chain type of ones, but no Chick-fil-A at
See,
all.
see, like this will kind of like add insult to injury with Carowinds because we have Panda Express too.
Yes, but that's still you have a huge variety of restaurants that we're talking about, plus just like you said, the chef that's
Yep.
there
The
just
chef that's
doing
there, he did phenomenal job with Blue Ridge Kitchen.
yes,
With the actual chicken dinners that he made there, the actual the Copperhead Strike sauce. I
yes.
mean, I like a roller coaster. Actually, yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, a roller coaster inspired a sauce, or
Copperhead
maybe
Strike is something special in its
it
own
really
right.
is. It
It
really
is. It
is.
is.
Yep.
Um, I
But
was
yeah.
super excited to go there, and I was like, I'm gonna my first vlog. I'm gonna have it. It's gonna just go viral because nobody knows about Carowinds. Everybody's into Disney, Universal, Six Flags. Nobody
It's a
knows
good
about
start. It's a
Carowinds.
good start. It's a good start. There's yeah. What surprised me is there are like 4 or 5 vloggers out there
Mhm.
that actually have been doing stuff for Carowinds for 5, 6 years.
Listen, if it were open, it would be me this year. My whole spiel this year was going to be Alabama Splash Adventure, Six Flags Over Georgia, um, yes, Carowinds, Dollywood, and uh, I think Wild Adventures in Valdosta, Georgia, and I
Yep.
think yeah, so all the stuff that was like in the South, I was just going to aim, and more so with the reopening of things because I wasn't going to travel because of my family. I was going to stay
Right.
right here in the South,
Right.
and but
Hmm.
not everything opened up. So I'm
Oh,
just
Miguel, I
sad.
tell you what, man. If that's the if Carowinds had opened up, dude, I think that would have been great because yeah, I mean, we definitely would have gotten together
And
for
we
at
will.
least
They're going to open up in 2021, and we're going to
yes.
make it happen. We're going to make it
Yes.
happen.
Please,
Yes.
Lord, make it
And
happen.
we've talked about that of us going to Carowinds and doing like a collab, a dual vlog like thing. And I would love to do that, and I can't
Yeah.
wait to do it because the video, by the way, that made me find you was I think you did a Winterfest
Yes.
thing, and it was just so beautiful. The park, and you did a
It
tremendous job. But the park is just so beautiful.
it radically transforms at
Hmm.
Winterfest. Now, here's the thing: when you were asking me about like Disney or Carowinds, like
Yes,
I would
yes, we
say
never answered it.
I didn't even finish to get to that, but we can use the Christmas festival, the Christmas lights and all that as kind of a segue for that. Disney
Perfect.
was
Yes.
yeah, there you go. Disney does like the Christmas New Year's right. I
Yes.
mean, it is just mind blowing. The decorations, the music. I mean, just the theme park music alone.
Hmm.
I mean, now I have a lot of childhood memories going there for Christmas, New Year's. That's what my
Right.
mom and dad started going consistently.
Right.
So when they're still playing, I mean, this is what's just really amazing. When I still hear them playing over just the theme park music, they're
Yes.
playing like something like Joy to the World with the
Hmm.
bells,
Yes.
and if they're still playing it 30 years from now, it's
Yeah.
like I just get chills, and I'm like,
Yeah. Understandable.
and if my kids are with me, they're experiencing that. Well, when you had Carowinds
The
doing
magic is being
Winterfest,
passed down
yes,
generationally. Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. The magic
Yeah.
is being passed down generationally.
Mhm.
But what's amazing about Winterfest and Carowinds
Mhm.
is that somebody did their homework when it came to Disneyfying for Christmas,
Yeah.
Disneyfying for the holidays.
Yeah.
Because when we went in there, I said this the first year that they did Winterfest. I'm like, guys, this is like Disney at Christmas.
Mm.
I was just like,
And that says a
it
lot.
it says a lot. It is wall to wall with
Right.
Christmas lights,
Yeah.
and the Christmas music is just full score, full
Mhm.
bore,
Mhm.
and the shows are Disney caliber
Right.
shows
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
singing and the dancing and the different music, and I remember thinking, now, I mean, golly, bum, man, if they had just built this park a little bit more with a couple of resort hotels, I would stay there
But they're
for
starting with
Christmas, New
some
Year's.
hotels,
They're
so they
starting.
could
They're
could
starting.
be could be the trend of things.
It would.
Yeah,
I think what they need is an actual Carowinds managed resort, and see,
agreed.
like right now, right now they got that Spring Hill Suites, right,
Yeah, yeah,
which is a decent start,
right.
but you know what? Think about this. Carowinds used to have a monorail. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes,
I'm
it
gonna lean
had
on
a
no. I did not.
monorail.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Wow,
Carowinds used to have a monorail. Carowinds used to have a full fledged steamboat that went around.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So imagine having a Carowinds hotel, right, with a monorail. And it may not be as sleek or as modern, but just having a monorail that would take
Hey,
you to the front
we
of the
love the
park.
monorails at Disney, but they need to upgrade too.
Oh,
Let's be honest.
tell me about it. Tell me about it. I've gotten into it. That was part of my rant
Yes.
last year. I mean, I slammed them. I'm sitting there going, "You have doors stuck open
Yeah.
while the monorail
You
is
see how
going."
they close, like they barely want to close and stay
Yeah.
ajar. Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's like you do it. It's like, yeah, you definitely want to stand clear of the doors because you don't want to be falling out of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They know what they're
Yeah.
saying in the speech. Stand clear of the doors. Absolutely.
I say, por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
I love
One
when
of
people memorize it.
the funny thing, like just having the childhood memories,
Yes.
that thing has been going on for literally decades.
Which is
So I
crazy.
mean, I was just like, you know what? If you guys did this, if you guys did this and other things, man, I could have like learned Spanish completely by just going to Disney.
How did you learn Spanish? Disney taught me. This is true. But
Yeah.
I love both parks. Well, Carowinds and then the multiple Disney parks. I love them. I do.
Yep.
So they're special in their own rights, and I don't like when people are just stuck on one. You have to
Yeah.
experience some other things too. So,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, Miguel.
Yes.
I used to be one of those people. I
No, that's
used to.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But you grew up and you learn. You learned.
What's funny is that I think, well, I was forced to get out of my comfort zone and realize, yes, Disney is magical. Yes, Disney is awesome. But then there are other places that you can find amazing experiences, a wonderful time with your family,
Right.
and not have to spend $4,000.
Look, from food to resort stays, you stay on property. They're gonna get you. You're gonna want to buy some merchandise.
Yep.
The tickets itself.
Yep.
You're not gonna stay there for a day.
No.
You're gonna 4 or 5 minimum.
Right.
It's gonna add up.
Yeah.
It's gonna add up. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It adds up now.
It's magical, but it's a lot.
Well, and that's the thing. Our last trip,
Yes.
the trip that we were planning this year,
Mhm.
it was the total, if you included everything. That we were going to stay like, I think, 6 nights. Like we were going to try to do it almost a full week, right?
Okay, right.
And with the tickets, we were only going to do 4-day tickets.
Okay.
And we weren't going to do dining plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right. $4,500.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's for a family of 5.
Yeah.
And that's not even fully grown, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I got one kid who's over the hump now, who's basically not considered a child anymore. He's preteen.
Right.
And my other two, they're 9 and actually she turns 7 on the 16th. So it'll be 4 days from now. She turns.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the prices, I think it's adult ticket is like 10 years old now, and then they only knock off like $50 to $100, if that, for 3 years old to up to the 10 years old, which is insane.
It's insane, especially when you know that from 3 years old to 9 years old, 10 years old, they're not going to be able to ride all the rides.
No. But let's shift more so at the beginning of that spectrum of the 3 years old. What?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Why?
like, what are they gonna ride besides Small World and Pirates and
They they might not even ride Pirates.
that's true. That's true.
It's crazy. I don't
It
know.
is.
I
It's
don't know.
crazy.
But the
Yeah.
magic is there nonetheless, though. But I
Yeah.
must know, Dave, good sir, what is your
Yes.
favorite video to make? Like your type of favorite video?
Ooh, wow. Favorite
Because
video
what
to
I've seen
make.
and what the good people listening and watching will know after they check out your amazing channel and your great content, they'll know and see that you do a huge variety of different things,
I
not just theme
started.
park stuff. So you do a
Yeah.
lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
What's your favorite though?
Mm. I'll
Ooh,
say. I'll
I got him
say.
stumped on this one, guys.
You got me
Yeah.
stumped on this one. I gotta think about this. All right. So in terms of, all right, I'm gonna say my favorite in terms of ease, like like the easiest video to make. I
Boo.
know. I know. I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go from like
Okay,
crap
fair.
to
Okay,
yeah. But in terms of easiness, I do like the ride videos are the easiest to make.
of
And
course.
so yeah, so I do like putting those together. But
Right.
I'll say the ones that I truly enjoy doing in terms of creating a script, piecing it together.
Nice. Mhm.
Maybe putting in some music overlay,
Okay.
doing the voiceover work. Um, I would say it's a close tie between restaurant reviews, my restaurant review videos,
Okay.
and my hotel
Okay. They could be put in
tours.
that same category. That's fair for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
I'll say like when you're actually doing the thing that I've struggled with just theme park tours
Yes.
is that I never feel like I have enough footage because I mean I'm with my family, right? So I'm
Yeah.
trying to make
Yeah.
trying to make time for my family,
Exactly.
and I can't be filming everything. And then I'm not there long enough, like with Hershey, like for instance Hershey Park. That talk about underrated.
Yeah.
I will say uh, a good mixture. I would
It's
say
a great park.
I would say it is several steps above Carowinds, and
Hmm.
it's yes. I mean,
And plus, they got their new coaster, their new B&M
oh,
Hyper coaster.
Candemonium,
Yeah.
man, Candemonium looks incredible,
I
and
want to go. Yeah.
oh, I so badly do as
Yeah.
well. And if you've seen the Chocolate Town USA, it's kind
Hmm.
of like a miniature form of Disney Springs, right? But
Yes.
it's at the entrance of the park. I think
Right.
that's genius. That's genius
To
because
put it at the end. Yep.
you get people to come out of the park, and I'm like, you know what? I might have to get a bite to eat, or so, oh, there's some souvenirs, So we could probably get
It
some right
works
here.
on me. I got to get my mugs every time I go to a park, and then I'm
Yeah,
hungry too, so I got to eat. Yeah, yeah,
exactly,
I
exactly.
get it.
But I enjoy the restaurant reviews because I love food.
Okay,
I love trying different places, different restaurants. As a matter of fact, the next video that I am working on, that I've already
right.
started working on, is Sarah J's. It's a restaurant in Garden City Beach,
Hmm.
South Carolina.
Right.
Fantastic seafood. It's known by the locals that go there.
Okay.
So what I'm interested to see is like if this will actually generate more people. I actually did that with an ice cream shop in Litchfield Beach called Paradise.
Right.
And I enjoyed putting that together because it's like I get to show off the food, I get to talk about it, and
Hmm.
I get to apply adjectives and stuff to it. Like
Yeah.
that, it's like it's just it's. I feel like I can be the most creative
Okay. It's
with
good
the
to be
restaurant
creative.
reviews,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and the hotel tour videos, yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
those would be my favorite.
well, again, you do an amazing job at
Thank
those.
you.
So obviously,
How
that's
about you though? How about you? Like what do you like doing?
I love theme park documentaries.
Those are good.
It's
Those are
my
good.
favorite thing. They're very tedious. They take the longest, but
Yes.
it's something I love. What really pops and blows up for me is vlogs. But I love my POVs. I love vlogs. I love the theme park documentaries, ride reviews, all that. So I try and be a little bit something for everybody, but without trying to please everybody, because you can't please everybody.
You can't please everybody.
So, but I have something for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, you mentioned ride reviews. Now, what's
Yes.
interesting about that is, like, I think I've always been hesitant to do a ride review.
Yes.
Only because those could be subjective, but for some reason I don't feel the same way about restaurant reviews. It's an interesting concept.
Can I tell you my twist to them?
Yeah.
My ride reviews?
Yeah.
My ride reviews are different, I feel, than the typical. I'm not saying better or worse, whatever. I'm just saying different, because I took an approach of what you were saying, what you did with the lodge video. How
Yes.
you didn't just have it be about that. You kind of did a walkthrough tour. You had it be focused on a specific thing. What I do with the ride reviews is everybody can, oh, you ride this coaster. For example, the one we're in the queue for right now.
Right.
I would go back with the history and then move a bit forward to now and speak about what was there and how did things tie in. I
That's
love
awesome.
connecting dots and then making it sense, making it make sense, and then drop that ride review in there at the same time. So I won't speak on the now. You're going to know about how this came about.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I do.
So it's like you actually get involved in some you like research and then tell people about the creative process behind.
Oh, absolutely.
How that ride got to be. I think that's awesome, dude.
And even further, with my Patreon, for those, shout out to my Passholder VIPs out there. I do reviews on different things. So I have another podcast, a patron only podcast, that I will talk about smaller rides, and I'll go over the physics. I'll go over the background. I go how it works, the origin of different things.
Dude.
I shine light on those.
That's awesome.
I do. Yeah, I stay working. I have to.
You're working that mind, man.
Yeah,
get that information out there. That's awesome.
So yes, if you guys just gotta mention this, if anybody wants to be a Passholder VIP, link in the description down below. I do another podcast. Also, people like how I like to edit my videos, in particular my vlogs and all that. I also shed light on that. How do I edit? I'll show you how I edit. But link in the description down below, annualpassholder.vip for if anybody's interested. Yes, but yes, that's something I'm into, and but I love the theme park documentaries though the most. Yeah, and I plan to have some more coming out soon.
Yeah, I'll with these next videos coming up. What I've been looking forward to do is getting people like an outlet, right? To especially with the Corona. Corona's a beer.
Corona beers. Yeah.
Corona beers.
We didn't say, yeah. People who drink Corona when they should be drinking Modelo's, or I don't know. Whatever. Yeah.
But just like but here's the thing. Just like with the beer virus, Corona beers, if you have too many of them, they'll make you sick. Yeah. So there you go.
Fair. Right.
Take that, censors. No, I'm just kidding. So like when you have, so many people basically stuck, right? So many people, not being able to do what they would want to do. Like I started doing these state park tour videos, and I've enjoyed making them only because it's like, okay, wow, I'm actually having to use a little bit more technique in filming. And what I mean by that is, I'm having to understand, okay, if I'm filming a certain angle from where the sunlight is, I don't need to be where the sun is toward me. I got to have it behind me. And because that happens, the colors in the natural setting don't pop, right? It's like all of a sudden I'm learning more and more of like what actual photography is about.
Yes, it's not just point and shoot.
No,
there's work.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's work, there's skill, and there's art.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Nothing's wrong with that.
No, no,
Finding a new
it's
passion and love towards something that can be enhanced. Nothing's wrong with that. But it's getting closer for our time to get on this ride. It looks like it's taking a lot longer, but yeah, we're getting there.
just like Disney, they underestimated the time.
Yeah, it appears so. I'm a little mad, but anyways, we're having a good conversation, so I'm calming down a bit. But
Good,
uh,
good.
briefly to just answer these questions, you mentioned about the whole Dave's Roadies thing.
Yes,
How did that
yes.
come about? Of course, have this be as brief as possible, but
I'll
be
be.
yes, because I see it right there. We're almost there.
Okay, all right, all right. I'll keep this
Yes,
quick, so I don't want us to miss the ride,
I
right?
don't want to. Yeah.
All right, all right. Shout out to my first original partner channel, Our Themed Life.
Mm,
They actually created the channel name, Roadtrip Dave.
wow.
Yeah, I actually started my YouTube channel as Destination Dave.
Yes.
Eh, well, there happened to be a Destination Dave that
Oh
was
man.
already filming, and I'm like, okay, I do not want to be copying a dude. I don't want to be taking up. It's like I'm not going to be anybody. But even if I am, right, I don't want to ever sit there and say that I stole his name. So
Right.
so then I did my first live stream. I asked my roadies out, or I didn't even call them roadies. I just called them, my viewers. There was about 10 people. Our Themed Life suggested Road Trip Dave, and I went with it. I took it.
Yeah.
So then I had a discussion with them a little later on, like, hey, I gotta have some. What do I call my followers?
Right.
And so then, so like I was just talking with them, and they didn't like. I forget who actually said it. I don't know if it was me or them, but I said, "What about roadies?" And they're like, "Oh, that's awesome! Kind of like
Right.
a band roadie." I'm like, "Yes." I'm
Yes.
like Dave. I would go with that. So I was like, "All right, we're done. We got
Well, there we
it."
go.
So,
Wow.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
I really do. I really do.
Our theme life truly had they helped me get like the initial creative spark with them, and so I mean I always want to give a credit
And
out to
that's
my
what I love, that right off the bat you showed respect to them, and which is
absolutely.
amazing. So absolutely. But what made you start the channel, period?
Well, you know what? Everybody goes to Resort TV One, right?
Yes.
As their inspiration.
Yeah.
I actually, believe it or not, they were not my first channel that I saw.
Okay.
Okay, now this guy is actually starting to put out videos again, so I'm very happy about that.
Okay.
I Theme Park.
Oh, yes. Hmm.
I was I would say in the beginning of the well, I'd say about mid 2000s. I started like my family was growing. I got married in 2005. I had my
Okay.
first
Hmm.
kid 2007,
Hmm.
and I realized I wasn't going to Disney World as much. I couldn't afford it, and
Yeah.
and I had plenty of stuff to keep me occupied. Well, iTheme Park was putting out these videos on YouTube,
Yep.
and Resort TV One was too. They just did it. I didn't find them until a little bit later. But
Correct.
I think, but iTheme Park started showing like park tour videos,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I
I can get
I remember
I can.
myself when I discovered iTheme Park, and I was like, "This is awesome.
I said
This
this was
is
I said this is incredible. I'm
like, it's so
like this
simple, but it's like, how did nobody think of this?" I know
right.
there's a few other channels that kind of do things like that, but yeah,
Right. But yeah,
simple.
but he tapped into the fact that people, they want their Disney fix if they couldn't get to it, right?
Right.
So if I was getting the Disney blues, right, I was like, man, I really want to be over the contemporary. Oh, look, he did a full-fledged tour of the contemporary. So I mean, I'm sitting there going, I'm satisfied, right?
Yeah.
I hear the
Yeah.
sights and sounds of that.
Yes.
Then Resort TV One, they did the ultimate cherry on top.
Hmm.
They were showing they showed a few ride videos, but they were showing this one Disney resort video. They used to
Hmm.
show that they always the informational
Yes.
TV
Yes.
shows
Yes.
on there.
Yes.
They showed one from 1986, and I was literally transported to my childhood.
Wow.
I was just like, oh my gosh, I was like, I'm a kid again. I was like,
Yeah.
I remember this. I remember this. I'm like, subscribe. Like, and so when I
Yeah,
saw
shout
those
out
guys, I
to
said,
Resort TV One.
shout out
Yeah.
Resort TV One. Shout out to iTheme Park.
Yes.
You guys helped inspire me. It helped inspire so many other people. And so I realized I could do that when I go to Disney, and
Mm-hmm.
then or when I go to another theme park, right? Like,
Right.
you know, I go and so yeah, I just man, when I did that, that was enough. That was enough for
Okay.
me.
Well, that's fair. I love that story. I do.
Yeah.
I
No,
do.
no, no, no. What about you? Like, was I like was what were some of the other? Do you remember some of the other YouTubers that
Oh,
got you
yes.
started?
Yeah, as far as theme park, it was the Tim Tracker.
Yep.
Um
Yep.
which is a lot of people's.
Yep.
In the Loop.
In the Loop.
Midway Mayhem.
Midway. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. The Tim Tracker, that
Yeah.
what's interesting about them, I would say they were one of the ones too that kind of clicked it in my mind, like, wow, you could actually do this, right?
Yes.
And you know, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can actually do this and make a living. You know, you can
Yes.
actually do this and
Full out family living. This is your thing. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and the thing is, like, I would never have gone to the like they were doing like every day
Mm-hmm.
with what their family was doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, like and stuff, but they were going to the theme parks, right? And then all of a
Yes.
sudden, and showing off the different things there, and you're like, wow, they're tapping into something that
Yeah.
should have been tapped into a long time ago. You know,
Somebody has to do it. Yeah.
yeah.
But if you didn't have a channel doing the stuff that all the stuff that you cover on your channel, so if you were going to start a whole new second channel, what would it be about? So it can't be anything that you do on this channel now, your channel now. It has to be something that you're interested in that you would start a channel at. What would be your second channel?
Okay. Because I thought about this. That's a good one, Miguel. Nobody's asked me that before, I don't think.
Welcome to the
Dude,
queue.
I know, right?
People struggle with this answer too, and I love it.
Well, there's part of a reason why I struggle with it is because I don't know if it would affect my other channel, and that's the reason why I don't do it. I've thought about doing stuff like it would be like I don't want to say political channel, but it would be like an opinion channel. It would either be politics, or it would be, and this might freak out a little bit people, apologetics.
Interesting.
Yeah. It would be like,
why is that?
Because really, like, for me, my faith is something that I feel like for many people it's difficult to get out there to talk to people about that are not aware of it, or they reject it, right?
Okay.
And so if you're going to talk about that sort of thing, you want to be prepared, right? You want to be completely, you want to understand the Bible, including translations and everything like that to it, right? And so I've noticed that there seems to be a few other channels out there now that are starting to tap into that, where people are like, where they can use those channels as resources,
Very
right?
nice. Yeah.
To minister to others as well. So,
but
that's the thing is that, it's like, it's so serious though. It would be a complete opposite of what I do. You know what
but as long as you do what you're supposed to do and do it right, people would see that, and that's all that matters. Because I mean, you could be laughing, joking. Say if you were into comedy and that's all you did, you could do other things too. You're not sleeping and laughing in your sleep. That's weird. You're not making jokes in your sleep. So people are serious sometimes. So I get it. I understand. That'd be a pretty solid second channel. But I have, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, like, because some people that know me, they know that and I even mentioned it earlier. I sing on a praise band team, right?
Yes.
But I completely, I do not think that that I have a talent that is worthy of putting out there, right, to sing. I wouldn't, I just couldn't do that. I talk about like out of my comfort zone.
You have a comfort zone?
I do. Oh, dude, I still get cotton mouth when I go up before when I go up before the church. I was like, I've already drank like a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And I get cotton mouth. And it's like, I shouldn't be nervous. I shouldn't be nervous about this, but it's like, I don't want to mess up. I want to do it right. I want to lead others in worship, fully without, because like if you make a mistake, then it kind of takes them out of it,
Understood. It makes sense. It makes sense. Definitely so. Yeah. But one more question to ask you, good sir, before we wrap this on up.
All right.
What is your favorite food to eat at a theme park? Only one choice.
Which one? Which theme park?
It's the same thing with the ride.
So I've got it. I've literally got to. Oh man, I've got to.
Okay. Here, I'll help you this one time since it's at the end. Carowinds, since it's your home local park.
Okay.
Where are you eating?
All right.
Where are you eating, and what are you eating?
Okay. All right. So, and this is like I'm not worried about health, right?
No,
I'm not worried about eating.
No. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, I got this. I got this.
He's like, all right, here we go.
So, I am at Blue Ridge Kitchen.
Of course.
I have their full half roasted chicken with macaroni. Their macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
With the rolls. Oh, and we are going. Oh, let's not forget the peanut butter and jelly cookie.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, the people listening on audio on SoundCloud are just closing their eyes, listening to this, and just imagining the food, and they're just like, "This is awesome." Yes.
Yeah. And here's the thing: peanut butter and jelly, guys. It's not like eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
It is incredible. It is an incredible dessert. It is a rich dessert, but it's so good. And then I have to drink a Copperhead Strike Ale.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Very solid.
I've had all those things. I haven't had all those things together.
No, but in this
scenario, I'd be like, bring it to me. Oh, of course, I have several different tubs of Copperhead Strike sauce.
Right. Okay. How many?
Yeah. Four.
Okay.
4.
Okay. All right. That works. And oh my goodness, Dave. Finally, the train has arrived.
Yes.
Getting on Rock and Roller Coaster.
Finally.
I'm so upset. We're gonna need some we're gonna need some fast passes. We're gonna need some fast passes.
I'm gonna complain to the manager.
I'm complaining because this is ridiculous. It went over. They overestimated, or they underestimated.
Didn't they warn you though? Didn't they? See, somebody should have warned you though. I'm a chatterbox. So then, like, if I would start talking.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, one more question.
Yeah.
Where are we sitting?
Oh, dude. Coaster? Now everybody says go to the front. No. You go to the back. You get the extreme G forces. You get whipped around. You're coming out of there like you came out of a fighter jet, man.
Okay.
Like you've been on a fighter jet. Yeah.
Well, that works. I guess we're riding back row then. My favorite. That's my favorite.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But Dave, I want to say thank you so much for blessing the podcast with your presence and just being here. I really mean it and appreciate it. Thank you so much for being a guest. Guys, make sure you check out his amazing channel at Roadtrip Dave. Also, the social medias are right there on the screen, but also for those listening on SoundCloud, they're listening in the description box below. Also on YouTube, the description box below too as well. So make sure you subscribe and check out his channel. And
Miguel,
then
Thank you for having me on, man. Thank you for
It's
having
been a
me
pleasure.
on. This is a blast.
Yes, thank you so much again for joining me. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well over here. And then also follow on SoundCloud as well. It's good. So when you're at work or at the gym, you can just put in the earbuds, listen to the podcast, and the whole playlist, including this. So a lot of good things. But it is that time. We're riding. We're whipping around in the dark. Even though we don't have time, I still think The Mummy at Universal's better. But hey, we're not going to get into this. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time in the queue. Take care, guys.